Hi to YouTube. This is Nibiru Truth out here. We're just showing you the Toledo Skyline. Sun's going down behind it. It's about 8:30, 8:40 right now. Right there's your Maumee River. Don't eat the fish out of it. Not a wise idea. And that's what they tell you, that oh, everything's doing so great here in America and everything, but got two rivers here in Toledo. One called the Ottawa River, the other one called the Maumee River. And both of them have warnings, don't eat the fish out of them. There's a baseball game or something going on today downtown. I don't know what it is, but banner plane. Something's shocking me today. I don't see any chem planes. As of yet, I don't see a one. They have a new technology spraying. I don't know what it is, but there hasn't been nothing today. Which is one of the oddest things I've seen. They just like they stopped. Hopefully we're lucky and it just got to the point that it was pointless and they can't do nothing about it, and what's going to happen is just going to happen. Just gorgeous out today. Got up to about 87, about a 20-mile-an-hour breeze all day. I don't get that around here anymore. It seems like if it gets hot outside, the wind picks up 20-30 mile an hour the entire time it's hot. Then as soon as it starts cooling off, all of a sudden the temperature will drop back down, you know, go to 70, but then the winds will drop off to nothing. Like I said, just beautiful out. Nice sunset. Something better to look at than this Trump bullshit going on. You know, I wish they'd just leave the man alone and let him do what he does. People can be pissed at him and all, but they let Obama pretty much destroy our country and they let him run rampant. There wasn't much argument or anything with what he wanted to do until about the end of his term, when everybody realized he wasn't the president he was supposed to be and he was screwing everybody. And Trump saying he wants to unscrew everybody, but no one seems to want to even give him the chance. It's like a pit bull with a pork chop when they're going after him. You're not going to get it. And if you try to take the pork chop away, you lose your hand. Tired of what's going on here in America, all the stupid bullshit. All the whiny ass people about, oh, I need this, I need that. Well, go work for it. It was just last night I forgot to lock the doors on my car, and I live in the inner city right now. We just bought the house out of town and can't wait to move. But just one night in months that I've forgotten to lock the doors, somebody got into the car and rummaged through everything in the car, the glove boxes, back seat, front seat, center column. Just went through everything, looking for the little scrap change or maybe a GPS or an iPod or something. But you know what they're not learning, people like me is getting fed up with it. If I would have saw it, there wouldn't have been any calling the police anymore. I would have just shot him and then called the police. Tired of all you losers in here that won't get a job or work for what you want, or just give people, you know, so I work hard for everything I have. I'm sick of people thinking they steal it. Can't wait to move out of the hood. Just remodeling the house first. We'll be out of here in probably another 2 weeks. We'll be out of this little shithole side. If anybody wants to look up crime rates, we live on the east side of Toledo. And it's got the highest burglary, crime rates, shootings, and everything in our city. And some things don't even make the news or the stats. They just keep them quiet because they don't want you to know how bad this place is. Soon I'm going to do a video when I leave on the true side of Toledo. And you'll actually get to see how crappy our city is. It's horrible. You know, shit in all the alleys, broken down cars. It's almost getting like Detroit. Every third house over here is abandoned or been torn down or been burnt down or has drug addicts living in it. You know, the heroin epidemic is not, the news doesn't even make a dent in what they're saying is actually going on. Seems like every fourth or fifth person's shooting up heroin now on this side of the city. It's crazy. You know, if you told them Ebola would make them high, they'd probably shoot it up. Cholera or whatever it is, any of that stuff. You told them to give them a buzz, they'd probably stick it in their veins. What it is, I think they're just dumbing down America so much that they're just so stupid they don't know any better. Welcome to America. So I'm kind of liking Putin a little bit. He may be, you know, borderline communist, dictator, whatever you want to call him. But at least when the stupid bullshit happens, he slaps the people around and makes it stop. I just want to put a shout out there to Prep Bossy. You're doing some good work. Everybody likes watching your channel, and just you actually do a good detail. And the other one I want to say that I'm really disappointed in is I used to like watching Nibiru all the time, researcher. And he's gotten so far out there trying to, you know, putting background music in and sounds and eerie stuff and, you know, odd like ghost image of him standing there as he's talking, and it's horrible, guy. Just go back to what you were doing. It was wonderful. All this extra shit is just, it's not needed. You know, it makes you look like a troll. It makes you look like you're just trying to do it for the money or the popularity or the views. Just stop and go back to showing everybody in the skies without all the weird shit going on. Don't need that. Yep, still see not a chemtrail. Yeah, that's the Fifth Third building right there, though, that you're looking at. The big, solid, mirrored building. It's the biggest building in Toledo right now. There's the rest of our skyline. We don't have a very big city of skyline or big buildings. What it comes down to is we have huge residential and industrial sections, though, that are monstrous, that makes Toledo so big. And huge sections of the city of cheap living, like the West End. That's cheap because no one wants to live over there. The West End has what they call like a housing authority. It's where they're historical type houses. No matter how shitty or decrepit it is, you can't fix them up. You can't paint them, but colors they tell you. When you do fix them up, they have to be exactly at the historical value of what they were, which makes it outrageous to put any money in it. A friend of mine had a house over there, put vinyl windows in it, and didn't check with the city first. You know, replacement windows. They showed up, made them tear them all out, and put original wood windows back in. It's just pretty sad. You try to fix your properties up. Oh, because it's old, they'd rather have it rot to the ground because you can't afford to fix it than, you know, put a more inexpensive replacement modern window in it instead of having to put the old wood sliders and the single pane glass back in them. You know, Toledo's ridiculous. And they're doing this lead paint crap because the lead stuff in water and all that's going crazy. They've now, just in the past month, condemned 27 people's houses just because it has flaking paint on the outside of them. It's horrible what they're doing. They're fining them, they're taking them to court, they're even talking about jail time if they don't fix the properties or have the people move out and shut them down. I have a different basis. If you're broke or not, you go to move into a house and you see the condition it's in and you don't like it, don't move in. Don't move in and then call the city and start complaining, oh, this is bad, that's bad, this isn't good, the paint's falling off. You knew all that when you walked in and looked at the place before you moved in. Just like when the housing crisis hit, all you people who bought houses on those balloon rate mortgage rates, that in 2 years you stopped paying just the interest payment, you had to pay principal and interest. And everybody got screwed and ended up having payments of $2,200, $2,400 and all crying, losing your houses. That's your fault for signing the contract. You know, I had that where they'd loan me a crap load of money and I bought a reasonable house in a neighborhood that I could afford at the time. And guess what? 15 years later, I still have my house. And 15 years later, I'm selling this house and we just bought another one. So it proves, if you don't stick your head up your ass, you might be able to accomplish something. You know, don't do stupid shit. You know, oh, I make $36,000 a year. The bank will loan me $150 grand on a house. Really, a $36,000 a year salary? You think you're going to be able to afford a $1,300 to $1,600 a month house payment? And car, and insurance, and electrical, and food, and gas, and hospital, and all that. No, if you are, you're just retarded. And I am a believer that they're doing a lot of crap up in space, hiding stuff. I believe in the Fresnel lenses they have up there that's hiding it. They have other lenses that look almost like a magnifying glass, super thin, and what they do is they bend the light to distort your image of what you can see up there. And basically you just see the black space and maybe a few flecks of the stars behind it, but it's next to impossible to see it, and at night it just vanishes, and by the sun the glare washes over it and you can't see it. You know, our government's not stupid. Their technology is, you might as well say, 60, 70 years advanced from what we know of, and that's at a minimum. You know, that sun went down behind a cloud. I'm done shooting for today. Enjoy this video. Sorry about my rant, but just the crap going on here in Toledo. It's just getting old. Can't wait to get out in the point and just be out of this little crap hole side of town. Alright, respect to y'all. Be prepared for everything that's about ready to come our way. It's not going to be cool in the next maybe 6 months to 7 years, but shit's going to happen soon. Alright, be well, be safe, be prepared.